Hey guys, today we are talking about the Momcozy S9 Pros. I just recently got these and I really like them. They have some really cool improvements from the original Momcozy S9s and I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. First, let's just talk about what is different about the S9 Pro. So first of all, its top is completely different. It is lighter and it is quieter. I'll play the sound for you. So pretty quiet. And now what was surprising to me is its body is different. So on the original Momcozy S9s and S12s, they have the same body, but this one, and this is new and improved if you ask me, actually has a different top. And I say this is new and improved because to suction, you just put this in this hole, obviously. And on the original S9 and on the S12, the motor is attached by using a silicone ring. And that silicone ring can get old, it can get milk under it, it's something that has to be replaced. And this S9 does not have that at all. It totally eliminated that problem. And then another thing about this new and improved body, the shield is much more secure. Now it is a little harder to get on, but that is totally worth it if you ask me, having a super secure shield that you don't have to worry about leaking at all. Now I never really had problems with my original S9 or my S12 leaking, but in the Facebook group I'm in, I know that some moms after a lot of use with their original S9 or with their S12s did have some leakage, and someone on Etsy even made like covers that they could put over their Momcozy bodies just to make sure that there was no leakage. But I don't think we'll have any leakage problems at all with this. It goes on just extremely secure. The old shields you could kind of just press and they would go on. This one you kind of actually have to go all around it and actually kind of pick up the outer edge and put it on, which it only takes like an extra minute. And that brings me right into assembly. Let's just go over how you assemble this pump. I put it together by first putting the valve on the linker, then putting the diaphragm on, attaching that to the milk collector, then putting on the flange. And like I said, when you're putting on your flange, you're just gonna have to manually go all around the whole circle and just kind of fold the outer edge onto it. Give it a second look before you're done to make sure it's on completely good, and then go ahead and put your motor on. Okay, to turn it on, you just press your power button, and mine started on massage mode. I can just use these up or down buttons to adjust the modes, and then I can switch to expression by just changing the mode button. I found this pump to have absolutely great suction. It has 9 different levels. The settings I liked doing levels 2 or 3 on massage mode for 2 minutes-ish, and then pumping for about 15 minutes on expression mode at levels 2 or 3. I would say I'm someone who needs a pretty average amount of suction to get a good output, and I was totally fine keeping it at levels 2 or 3. When you are using it, you want to feel a nice tug, but you don't want it to be painful. So just keep that in mind. If you're not feeling a nice tug, maybe you need to turn it up, but you definitely don't want it painful. Now when I'm putting it on, I find it best to put it on one of 2 ways. First, you can kind of like cup your breast and just make sure that your nipple is in the center here, or you can kind of just roll it on to make sure your nipple is in the center, but obviously it's super important that your nipple is in the center. If it's like hitting the side or something, you're not gonna get milk, and that would be very frustrating. Mine is a size 24 millimeter. They do sell 27, and then they also sell inserts if you need less than that. When you're done pumping, this is a big tip. Make sure you lean forward a little bit and then kind of just roll it off, because sometimes milk can be stuck in the middle here when you turn off your pump. So milk could kind of get everywhere if you don't lean forward when you take off your pump. So just lean forward and just kind of roll it off. That way any milk that's stuck here in the middle will just fall into the milk collector. To take your milk out, there's just this nice little spout up here, so you can just kind of pour it out. I have found I'm able to get the same amount of milk from this pump than I can my regular pumps. With all of my wearable pumps, I always pump an extra like 2 or 3 minutes than I would a traditional plug-in wall pump. I've found that wearable pumps just need a couple extra minutes to get the same amount. For those that are curious, this is what it looks like on. So if I was wearing like a super baggy sweater, I could get away with pumping without people noticing. But otherwise, I mean, you can notice. To me, I use my Momcozies mainly as a way to be hands-free, not necessarily a way to secretly pump. So I love it for like getting ready for date nights, for doing light dishes or something while I'm pumping, walking around the house, getting my coffee or something while I'm pumping, like all of that, maybe in the passenger seat of the car while I'm pumping. Not necessarily trying to be like super secretive and like pump in a super public place without people noticing, if that makes sense. I do think if you were like on an airplane or something, you could stick these in because the airplane's noisy and everything and people wouldn't really notice or anything. I think there's a ton of uses. Also, I can have pretty good movements while these are in and I don't have to worry about leakage or spillage, but I wouldn't like totally lean down or definitely not like do a cartwheel or anything in them. Like I said, mainly just like walking around the house, getting some light work done, having your hands free, that kind of thing is super nice about these. Now for some tips in troubleshooting. Always make sure that your duckbill is on straight. If it's kind of facing the wrong side and it's opened or something, then you're not going to be getting a good suction. Also, just make sure all your parts are on correctly if you're randomly not pumping right. If you're having some leakage, make sure that you really put on your shield well. Make sure you're using a good bra for your pump. Most nursing bras I feel like will work totally fine. Bandeaus, sports bras, those would all be great. When it comes to normal bras, I think that you just need something with a little give to it. No underwire, no padding, that kind of thing. You want something that will keep it on your breast very securely. You will likely have to loosen up your bra to get these in, or you can use an extender, which they come with extenders, if your bra isn't able to loosen enough. Because these S9s do not have a digital screen to keep track of how long you're pumping, I would either write it down or use a phone timer. I get such mom brain, I guess, when it comes to pumping with pumps that don't keep track of how long I've been pumping. I always forget when I started and then I wonder how long I've been pumping. So write it down or use the timer on your phone, just a tip. So overall, I think these are a really exciting option. I think they fixed a lot of the complaints that mamas maybe had with the original S9 model and even S12. Like, this body is so new and improved. You don't have to worry about leaking. You don't have to worry about that silicone ring. I think it's just really cool. I hope that they make like an S12 Pro so that you can still have the digital screen with the new and improved body. Momcozy, if you're listening, Madison has a request. But I think this is a super cool option. I love that it's one of the more affordable pumps. And if you have any questions about it at all, feel free to leave them in the comments. I love to answer people's questions. If I don't know it, I'll try to find out for you. If you see any mamas leaving questions and you know the answer, feel free to jump right in. I do have a discount code for this pump and for the Momcozy store, so be sure to use my discount code. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like this video if it was helpful. Maybe leave me a comment. I would love if you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I also have a mom Facebook group that I will link in the description box. I would love if you connected with me on there. You can leave any questions or comments you have about these pumps, about breastfeeding, about pumping, about mom life, and just kind of connect with other women. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you in my next one.